Bank A offers a savings account that earns 6% annual interest compounded yearly. So we're talking about compound interest. While Bank B's savings account earns 3% annual interest compounded twice per year. Which bank will earn you the most money? So Bank A's interest rate is twice as high as Bank B's, but Bank B's compounds twice as often as Bank A. So Bank B compounds twice per year, while Bank A only compounds once per year. So how can we compare these? So there's a few different ways you could do this. I'm going to use something called the effective interest rate, which is good for comparing compound interest if you want to compare two banks. And so in this formula, let's define what these variables are. The R stands for the rate, so that's the interest rate. The N is the compounding rate, how often it's compounded. Compounding rate. And then that's it. So that's all we need are those two things. So let's figure out what the effective interest rate is for each of the banks. So let's start with Bank A. So I'll put an A here for Bank A. And in Bank A, the rate is 6%. But when we plug it into the formula, you need to divide this by 100. So you need to change it into a decimal. So what we're going to use is 0.06. And then the N is equal to how often it's compounded. That's an N, by the way. Oh, that's really terrible. The end is how often it's compounded, and it's compounded once per year. So the N value for Bank A is just going to be 1. And so we plug these in, and we get 1 plus 0.06 over 1. And then that's to the nth power, which is 1, and then minus 1. So go ahead and figure out the parentheses here. So I end up with 1.006 to the first power, which is just 1.006 minus 1. And so the effective interest rate here comes out to 0.06 or 6%. Now, what about Bank B? So let's go look at Bank B. Well, I'll try to squeeze Bank B in over here. I didn't leave myself room. So for Bank B, the R is 3%, which we're going to divide by 100. And so we get 0.03. And the N is compounded twice per year, so the N is going to be 2. So again, I'll plug these into the formula. So I have 1 plus 0.03 divided by 2 this time, and that's raised to the second power, and then minus 1. And so now I have 1 plus 0.015 to the second power minus 1. So 1.015 to the second power minus 1. I forgot to find out what the value of 1.015 to the second power is. So I'm going to pause it and use my calculator real quick. I'm going to cheat. Be right back. Through the magic of video, I am back. So when I squared that, it came out to 1.030225 and then minus 1. So when I subtract 1 from that, it comes out to 0.030225, which comes out to, I'm just going to round this to 3.02%. And so now we can compare the effective interest rates, and Bank A has a higher effective interest rate, so the answer would be Bank A. All right, so keep working hard. You're doing great. You will master the math.